sleep again. They sleep. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Champion. We want back ends. Back in. Wipe my sins. Wipe it. They can't win. They can't win. No new friends. No new friends. Football fans. Football. They sleep again. They sleep. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Yeah.
I just hike the ball and I look for the open man. The zone, I'm trying to get in. Open the playbook, the book of the champion. Get flipped if you trying to get in. I got the front defense, they got the end. Going for long, on first and the 10. Gotta go hard, we gotta give all. No loss or excuses, cause we gotta win. They say they sleep, must not be a fan. Get at your mans and mess up your plans. Look at your stands and look at your hands. I do what I want and you do what you can. I do it for fans, you do it for fame. EA Sports, we in the game. EA. I am the coach and the player of the game. They gon' remember the name.
We want back ends. Back ends. Wipe my sins. Wipe my sins. They can't win. They can't win. No new friends. No new friends. Football fans.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Oakland Raiders. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Spinning away. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the backside? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
On now is the field goal team. Here's the Raiders. We'll try for 3. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Payne. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll run. This is Hunt. Able to avoid him at the 40. And he's got this down to the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And this one is incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them. And not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Play action now. Prescott. And the Raiders have got him. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Here we go, 46. Woo. Here we go, 46.
3rd and long for Prescott. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. The clock running here, under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game. Back to throw now on first down. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A Amari Cooper, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Prescott now on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And a catch right side by Evans. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out. Prescott from the gun. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. He's got Evans. And all the way up to the 46. 1st down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play.
Get out, get out.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. This complete to Lockett. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
46, 46. 47.
To the air again, Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Go, get out there, get out there. Switch, hey. 26.
Prescott yet again. Over the middle, complete. That's Payne. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Here you go.
They'll throw again. Prescott got his man complete over the middle. It's Payne, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
A first trip to the red zone for KC. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
Let's go, get out. Done. 26.
From the red zone now, Prescott. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 12 more yards there and another first down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Swing to the field, right.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Second down, Prescott steps away. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Flex round! Flex round!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Richardson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Flushed out right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped.
It's caught. Lockett. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. forced out to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Get out there. Here we go, 46.
Prescott now. And it's complete to Kelsey. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played.
Flex round.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get, because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. He punted 5 times in the win last week, as this one's away. Now it's Lockett. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And out come the Chiefs now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 49. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Breida. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Good. Here we go, 46.
Looking to throw. Prescott. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Over the middle, complete. That's Payne. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36. And again, it's Prescott. Over the middle, that's caught by Miller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And he rifles one incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Prescott. This will be caught at about the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And
that is caught! Touchdown, Kansas City! A great play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Chiefs are in for 6. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right, and that's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Crash down, crash.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Flex round, flex round. Flex round, flex round.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
46.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Prescott. Caught. Kelsey, left side. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Here we go, 46, 46. 26.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. And this one's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Here we go, 47, 47. Gun. 26.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Here we go, go, 46. Here we go, here we go. Go ahead, look. Sweat, hey. 26.
Play action now, Prescott. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, get out, let's go, get out. Here you go. 46.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And he's got Lockett. 23 yards on the play.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Prescott from the gun. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. He'll get it up the middle. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He made Kansas City touchdown.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Butker on for the PAT. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They need a touchdown, the two-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Going for the deep ball. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Raiders on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 19.
Ohio!
Back to throw here. Looking deep downfield. And got his man complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Flex round! Flex round!
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Flex round! Flex round!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Okay, let's face it. Most of the offensive linemen in today's NFL, they're going to weigh over 300 pounds. But that doesn't mean they don't have agility. And the way that they can get out in front of a runner and create a space, sometimes it looks like they're going in one direction, and the runner uses his eyes to take him in another direction because it's been blocked so well. Love those misdirection or counter plays. And this one worked really well for a nice piece of yardage.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. The Chiefs on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run again with Hunt. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And the kick by Butker is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way to get it done.
They run with Breida. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Defensively, it was Tremont Smith with a tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They run again with Breida. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. They'll toss it to Breida. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
Hey, what's up, gang? Let me go secure.